Hey there, Pisces, welcome to your reading. We're doing a what is your next big change that's coming in for you reading as a bonus reading, and we'll just see what comes up. I forgot to pull these. You have this broken open card and this healing the heart card right here. I kind of feel that there could be you could be undergoing some sort of transformation after a heartbreak or, after some sort of suffering really is kind of like what's popping into my head here. So you could be feeling like you're being set free from suffering or something. Things not working out for you in life, and that could definitely be a big change that's coming in for you here. I can see that you have this Tears of Remorse card here, and I'll just read it now. It says, make peace with your regrets and allow the past to guide your actions in the future. So again, there definitely could be something that you are releasing from the past, or something that you have kind of healed from. Your first card here is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands can represent freedom. So, the Four of Wands doesn't have to represent love. As I say that, the Lovers comes out, Pisces. But, the Four of Wands doesn't necessarily have to be love. It can just be a card of completion and freedom. So we have this kind of finish line at the top of the Four of Wands, and it can just say that you are setting yourself free from something that has been holding you back for a long time. Four of Wands really is a card of completion. Even in a lot of tarot books, they say that the Four of Wands can kind of represent a time where you're wrapping up a project or, anything else in your life. And that's why it also kind of represents freedom, because you are being set free from something that you have been trying to wrap up for a long time. And like I said, those first two cards, the Healing the Heart and Broken Open card, can represent, together especially, could represent kind of some sort of rebirth after a difficult period of time. And I definitely feel that would obviously be a big change that you are going through. Your crossing energy is the Seven of Wands. Again, if you do want love, the Seven of Wands crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross, and the Seven of Wands can say that you have to open up more and you have to let go of the past. I mean, even that Tears of Remorse card says you have to let go of the past. So for those of you that do want a connection, I feel it's time to make sure that you're healing past those things. I would also make sure, one thing that I'm getting here in this reading is flexibility in a lot of ways. I feel with the Seven of Wands, sometimes I like the Seven of Wands. It's a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is going to be successful, meaning when you believe it deep down inside, then you will find success. But I just looking around here at everything, I feel that this is saying don't, come up with a story on how something needs to work for it to be successful. We all do this, right? Where it's we start a project or relationship and we think, this thing needs to go this way and that's it. And for whatever reason, I just feel flexibility here. Even in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind, you have the Eight of Swords, and Eight of Swords is really a card of only seeing one way of doing things. The reason that she is stuck is because she's only looking at one solution to her problem. She's not open to all the solutions that potentially exist for her. And this would definitely represent being mentally stuck. I do feel literally at this time today that some of you, it's you do feel really, really stuck, maybe some of you. But for most of you, I feel you just feel a little bit stuck in life. And, I feel the Eight of Swords is saying that there are, again, many solutions to the things that you're trying to create in your life, and you just need to stay open with the Eight of Swords, and also maybe research other ways of doing things as well with the Eight of Swords. And I think that could create a big change. Next you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is coming up in your foundation, and so the Five of Pentacles can represent feeling left out in the cold, or, feeling like you were left out in the cold and that could be hurting you. I'm wondering, with that Eight of Swords here, Pisces, it's I almost get the feeling of someone hurting you on purpose or someone trying to, because you pain on purpose, in a weird way. And so if you had a past person where it ended in a weird way, it's almost like this is what that person wanted, is what I feel in the first place. So I also feel saying, don't let that person win. It's almost like you were with a person who, I don't know what's wrong with the person, but I feel the Five of Pentacles is definitely saying, whatever happened to you in a past connection, no matter how dirty someone did you, it's that's a reflection on them. Don't let that be part of your story. And the Five of Pentacles is really about making sure that something doesn't become a part of your story. We have to focus on our strengths, not our weaknesses. Same thing in work or business as well. It's the thing that could be holding you back in work or business if you're wanting to make more money, is your past story, the things that happened to you already. And I feel the Five of Pentacles is saying make sure that those, things from the past are not becoming a part of your story at this time. Next, in the area of the past, or the energy you're moving past, you have this Phoenix Rising card. It says you've been through the fire, rising up anew and embracing life in a deeper way. I mean, the first two cards there literally kind of represent the same thing, that you've been suffering with that broken open card, and now you're healing from whatever the pain is. You have this tears of remorse. It says, make peace with your regrets and allow the past to guide your actions in the future. Yeah, I always tell people that we have to be careful of overcorrection in life. I think, especially in love, for example, it's like sometimes we can have a negative relationship and then we punish everyone in the future and when we shouldn't. And, this says not everyone is the same, and so you need to make sure that you're not punishing new people for a past person's mistakes. But I do feel a lot of you are kind of like healing here. You have the Six of Cups also in the past. Nostalgia, basically. The Six of Cups can just represent thinking about the past. I actually feel pretty good about this because we have the Six of Cups here. And then in the area of the very near future coming up, you have the Six of Wands, which says you are very focused on victories and winning. I mean, the end of the reading here looks amazing. You have all positive cards here. So, and this coming up in the past literally would represent leaving the past in the past. So I feel a lot of you could finally be, kind of like healing and releasing the past for real. It's like, a lot of people tell me like, oh, I broke up, this person broke up with me and it's been a long time and I'm healed. But they were a cheater. Then they go on to tell me all of the problems in the relationship. I'm like, well, clearly you're not really healed if you're still talking about it like that. So, again, we have to make sure we have 100% released. And, this looks like 100% released to me, and you really could be being set free because of it. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this relaxation card and this thriving card. Love it. Very good energy for Pisces. So I feel like you can relax now, and you should. You can get to this place where you are thriving. I really feel with this thriving card that it's kind of like you're creating this, this energy around you, or it's almost like you are, all the work that you have done on, projects or businesses or ideas could really start to be paying off for you. Just based off of Pisces astrology, it really wouldn't surprise me if if for many years now you've been working. It's like maybe some of you have been getting results, but it's like, have the results been what they should have been according to your brain? Probably not. So, it's like your results are maybe lower than you would expect, like in business and work in your career. And so you really haven't been thriving. You've really been probably just, having to really, playing like the catch-up game, just trying to always catch up to something to keep something growing. But now I think you're entering into a time where that's going to end, where you can finally be successful. You can receive recognition for the work that you have done. The Six of Wands is a victory. The Six of Wands is a success. I feel like I said this to you before. Maybe over a recent period of time, I think you definitely had a reading with me, and I can't remember which one it was, but I remember a reading where I was saying something to you about how people in the future would be saying Pisces was right and Pisces is always right. So, it's like, I don't know about any of you other Pisces, but like, I don't know, I can't even count how many times I've been told I was right. So, there you go. But, I think that moving forward, a lot of people are going to be seeing that you were right. And this is a good thing. Could be leading to a lot of support. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, but these people are supporting him around him. And that's the word that's popping into my head, is that there could be a lot of support, or you could be noticing that people are more supportive of you. And this is also good if you have a business or a career. You could be making more money or increasing your finances. Literally, in your outcome row, you have this financial freedom card. It says, when you are financially free, your lack of money no longer defines the limitations of your life. So you are definitely working on, this could definitely be one of your big changes coming up is financial freedom. When you think about it, there's going to be a lot of stuff in your second house. We still have Chiron there. Neptune will be moving into your second house. Venus will be going into Aries, then it is going to retrograde back into Pisces, then it's going to go into Aries again. So we have like a ton of planets moving through Pisces, between now and the time ahead, and then all those planets are going to start moving into Aries, your second house. So, definitely very good for building financial freedom. You can't make this one up. Right here it says envy. It says, focusing on what others have is draining your energy. I mean, I don't even know how many weeks I've been saying to you to not focus on other people, right? For weeks at least. And so I definitely think if you're comparing yourself to other people, you're going to have a hard time, although this last row looks amazing, so I wouldn't really worry about it. But definitely, again, your success is not going to look like anyone else's. And I've been telling you this for probably longer, probably years. In the area of your next few months, you have the Three of Wands. I feel very good about this. I feel you're very focused on expansion and growth. I feel like you're very focused on kind of getting ahead and making progress. So yeah, I feel just expansion energy on this Three of Wands. I also feel like there's expansion that you can finally see. It's like sometimes I think we expand, but we don't really know that we're expanding. It's like, I don't really have any good examples, but it's like eventually work catches up. It's like I had this channel for many years, right? I've had it for over 10 years now. And for the first few years of my channel, it's like I got to 40,000 subscribers and I was stuck. I'm sure you've all heard the story. So it's like I was stuck at that time and I wasn't growing. And new readers that only had channels that were 6 months old were getting, 100,000 subscribers. And I was like, what the hell am I doing wrong? But really the answer is nothing. But, who knows what I was doing wrong. But then I started taking the channel more seriously and I exploded to 200,000 subscribers really, really quickly. And so it's sometimes I think all the energy that we put into something eventually catches up. And that is kind of the feeling I get off of this Three of Wands. It's almost like over the next period of time, if you've been putting in the work, your work is catching up. Kind of makes sense with Saturn in your sign. Next, in your closest relationships, you have the Ten of Cups. If you want love, I definitely feel very good about this reading for obvious reasons. But there could be a strong connection coming in for you. No sign is really standing out here. We are going to clarify and we'll see. But definitely could be, this is the card of happy home, happy family. So it could be a person you're creating a family with, or that you will create a family with. This is also just amazing. This part of the reading represents every single relationship in your life. So you could just be getting, again, a lot of good support from the people around you, which is amazing. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So feeling abundant, feeling grateful. Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries, feeling like you can have the nicer things in life, feeling very focused to me as well with this Nine of Pentacles, and I would keep focusing on whatever is working for you, especially in work or business or your career, or even relationships, right? The Nine of Pentacles, she's very focused. She has this falcon right here, and it represents the fact that she is training her focus. She is teaching herself to be focused on the things that create more wealth. So I would focus on things that are working in all areas of life. You end with the Lovers. This is your outcome card, so there definitely could be new love coming in for you. We do see a good amount of love in this reading, so if you do want a connection, this could be a new connection that's coming in here. And we'll hopefully get more details as we clarify. But let's see what we get from when we clarify. This deck did not want to work. It's been pouring rain where I am at the moment, and all my decks are sticking together. With the Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands, you have the King of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, definitely some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you. And your next big change could really be feeling justice. Just looking at all this stuff, putting it all together, it's almost like you're finally getting what you deserve, or, your hard work is catching up. Maybe that's a better way to put it. And, the King of Swords is a card of law and order, and it can represent you feeling like things are balancing out for you, or you feeling like you're getting the rewards you deserve. And the Nine of Cups would be wish fulfillment, so that looks amazing. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Moon card. Yeah, confusion about your next steps. I really feel this is going to go away. Maybe a short time into the period ahead is what I would say, that you're not going to be so confused. Answers are coming, and so I would get out of your head. But at the same time, this is you, so whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be, just you showing up in the reading. And with the Five of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. Definitely would be a good time for curiosity. We're in a time of curiosity, so finding other ways of doing pretty much everything that you're doing in your life, and looking for new solutions to problems and things like that, would be a good idea with the Page of Swords. I would also be careful of anyone who is spying on you from the past. I mean, North Node in Pisces, again, having that North Node in your sign is very karmic, so it can definitely bring people back from the past, but I would be careful of that. With the Six of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Changing direction in your life. Yeah, I feel you're just moving on from the past, plain and simple. That card represents nostalgia, thinking about the past. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So like I said, you're just kind of making a change here. I do feel pretty good about this though, because Seven of Pentacles is a card of analysis and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, was it worth it? I feel like some of you are discovering that something from the past wasn't worth it, or it really didn't provide anything for you. So, that's why you could be releasing the past. With the Six of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel a lot of people are going to want to work with Pisces moving forward into the future. I would be very careful of who you work with, and make sure that the people you work with are pulling their weight. So if you're doing any teamwork or if people want you to join a team, then I would definitely be very careful of that, and I would make sure that you're actually getting something for it. In a lot of ways, I feel that Pisces needs to be the leader. So really, you should be getting people to join your team, and that's what I would be doing if I were you. And I am. I just hired a new person a short while ago, so I am building my team, right? And I feel that for a lot of you, it would be a great time to focus on building your own team. I just think that, energetically, I can feel it. It's like people are going to realize that you are right about things. People are going to want your brain for their own, to create their own success, and I just don't think those things will work out very well unless you're the leader. With the Three of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. I feel you have a clear vision on what serves you and what is going to lead to success. Eight of Cups is, walking away from something that no longer serves you, so I feel a lot of you really are kind of on this journey to fulfillment with this reading, and it looks really good. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Could be a really solid love offer coming in for you here. I feel like I don't even think you know this, Pisces, but I feel like this has taken a long time. It's almost like I get the feelings of a person who has had their eye on you for a very long time, and, I feel like it's taken them a long time to get the guts to approach you or something like that as well. I also feel something as well where it's like, if you see I feel like some of you, I don't know, it's almost like someone has been looking at you. That's the best way I can describe it. If you've been noticing someone who's been looking at you literally with their eyeballs, and you catch them looking at you, but maybe you're telling yourself, no, this person doesn't like me, but I feel like this person definitely does. So if you have a person at work, or I don't know, it could be at the store, or, maybe you see a person in public every once in a while or whatever, at the coffee shop or something, this person is definitely interested in you, Pisces. So that popped into my head as well. I feel like someone's going to make an offer here. With the Nine of Pentacles, you show up, yes, putting yourself first is what this reading is about as well, for sure. The King of Cups could just be your energy. Nine of Pentacles, very independent energy. I feel the better you take care of yourself, the more you're grateful for the things that you have, that just the better your life is going to be, plain and simple. So I would make sure you're really focusing on yourself. I also look at the King of Cups as a clue card. I have a couple cards in the tarot I call clue cards. They just mean something else randomly whenever it pops into my head. So the King of Cups is my card of the home. With the Nine of Pentacles, this would be about your environment, and I think it would be an amazing time to work on your environment. I changed my office up. Why? I don't know. I used to shoot on this wall right here. I had about a foot behind me. Now I have 10 feet behind me here. I don't ever know why I set up that way. I don't get it, but anyway, I feel like it would be an amazing time for you to work on your environment. Are there changes in your environment that would be an improvement? Those are the changes I would make. With the Lovers, you have the Fool. Yes, I feel like someone is taking a risk on you. I feel like you are also going to be taking a risk on this person because I feel like you are a little bit nervous about love just in general, based off of what has happened. But, in the immortal words of Michael Scott, I feel like you need to realize the bad man is gone. The bad people are out of your life and now good things can happen. So I think you need to believe that good things can happen for you, and including in love if that's what you want. I feel you need to make sure that you believe it, and, that's what I would get there. So let's see. You have the Skull card. It says hidden secrets can harm you. If you have dealt with a past person, I feel like, everything. It's almost like you know exactly what happened, so, don't doubt your intuition. Don't doubt what you know about a situation. Life has pretty much taught me that basically I've been in plenty, I'm sure you all have too, where it's like you've been in situations where it's like you kind of knew what was going on and you didn't pay attention to it, you ignored it, and then you got hurt, right? So I feel like I feel like it's saying a past person hasn't changed, really. You have this eagle card says triumph over obstacles. I feel like that's how you're feeling. I don't really feel these are obstacles, though. I feel it feels more like you are, receiving what you deserve. We kind of said this with, I think, the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands. It's almost like the work is catching up. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like everything you've done is adding up to something here. And I feel that's one of the next big changes you will be experiencing. You have this lobster. Says financial pinch. Finances look really good, so, this could say you're coming out of a financial pinch. If you're not coming out of a financial pinch, I think, looking at your finances and seeing what you can do would be a good idea. You have this pin card. Says new job and career. So there could be, I also really don't feel like there is a new job or career unless you're looking for that. But what I would say is I do feel that there are upgrades or changes that you could be making to what you're already doing. So, again, if you're already doing something new, or working towards something, I think that's what that is. And what do you know, you have this ladder card. It says climbing towards success, which is probably really what this whole entire reading is saying, is that you're climbing towards success and thriving. So this looks amazing, definitely a positive change coming in for you. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.